Hello YouTube, it is Moon here with another Boom Beach base guide, and today we will be discussing towers and their areas of effect, or AoEs. Now, I have pretty much demolished my base in setting this up, and you'll see why I say pretty much demolished. But I feel that that's a good representation of what each tower is basically good for. And this will be including the basic resource buildings, such as storage and even a simple residence. So this is just how to use all your buildings to their, I guess, to their fullest, because some buildings you really can't use, like statues, because they have no health. They're just there for decorations. Well, let's jump right into it with the main area of effects. Okay, so first, the tower with the longest range is the rocket launcher. Oops, moved it. Now, as you can see, here is the entire area, but that's just with a rocket launcher. See, it's extending all the way out here to the edge of the line of towers. So that's pretty decent. One tower I don't have in here, unfortunately, is the shock launcher, and that I can't put in right now because, well, I don't have it. So this is just with towers that most people my level or lower would have. Sorry. So as you can see, rocket launcher, very big area of effect. It can cover that whole area. But the one downside, this inner circle, that's an area it can't cover. So usually when you have rocket launchers, you want to have them be pretty well defended. Or else, you know, they're pretty much gonna die. If you want an example of how to use rocket launchers to their best, this map right here, conjunction of rocket launchers and missile launchers. A lot of the rocket launchers have fields that are guarded by everyone else. And where these rocket launchers can't hit, these machine guns defend, or these rocket launchers obliterate. So let's head back to the base. The second tower with the largest area is the boom cannon. It has super big area, but its downside comes at its slow reload pace, firing once every about 4 seconds. So again, with these you want them to be pretty well defended, or else they're gonna die. Now mortars, they have the third largest area, with the sniper coming in close behind. As you can see, they have roughly the same. So technically, it should be like this. But it's a mortar. The reason why I say it should be there first is generally because these are so versatile. They arc, they're slow, and they're meant for targeting groups. So that's why it sort of beats out the sniper tower, which has same area of effect, no fire zone like the mortar has, which is a smaller area. It's about, about 3 blocks. So again, you want mortars to be defended. One item I recommend defending these with are machine guns. Machine guns go well with defending mortars. Now, sniper towers. We all are used to this basic building that you get at the very beginning of the game that's a wooden structure. But these are good for just placing wherever you need a good, strong defense, but you don't really want to sacrifice any of the harder hitters because, you know, they're being used elsewhere in a major key point. So they're basically just a versatile tower. That's why they're roughly at the middle of the tower scale. Next are cannons. Now we all see these used in strong base defenses, such as this level 30 wood resource base. See, this is a cannon missile launcher machine gun area where the missile launcher can't hit, which is not a whole lot. The cannons can cover its no-fire zone, while the machine guns provide a steady defense, covering not only the wood, but each other. Overlapping fields of fire. Now, cannons are good for a holdout defense. You need something blown up, place a cannon right behind a few buildings, and people who don't want to use flares are going to have to tear through the buildings before they go for their cannon. Now, machine guns. Very useful, although not accurate, because as it says sprays, it's basically you spray and you pray. They're good for helping to defend missile launchers and mortars and boom cannons. Ranged towers, they defend well. So basically put these probably closer to the inside of your base for, I guess, maximum efficiency, because the closer they get to your base, the closer their forces are going to be, the easier picking they are. Now, the tower with the second smallest range is the flamethrower. Now, what these you want to do is place them in holdout position, something that you feel like an enemy will have to pound away at. So, one good use for them is to place them right next to your base behind every other tower. These are good last stand sorts of things. Oh, I got a crab. Random. Now, another tower. Everyone just thinks these are little side objects. No, these are towers. They have an area. Now, mines cover a 1 block radius in all directions. These are good for securing a perimeter, or just, annoying your enemy overall. So now that we've seen all those towers, let's actually see what they can be used for. Let's start off with machine guns and mortars. This is a good strategy when you have a few mortars and a few machine guns. Place the mortars, however many you have, in between all of your machine guns. And if you have more than one machine gun, like I do, I have 4, you can place mortars and machine guns like this. That way the mortar is completely protected in the machine gun field, while stuff that machine guns can't reach, they all have roughly the same ending area, since, take a look at where that machine gun ends. See? Very close. Now, sniper towers. This is useful for covering large amounts of area, as you can see here. In this area, I have jam-packed in 12 buildings. Let me say that again. 12 buildings. Pretty useful. Now, on a defense like this, people would either A, opt to kill all the surrounding buildings to gain a little bit of energy, or go through the inner minefield, which mines are good for setting up traps, to go for that main tower, then proceed to take out all your buildings. So that's what those sniper towers are pretty much useful for, just being a general annoyance. Now, flamethrowers. Flamethrowers are good for protecting small amounts of buildings while dealing pretty good amounts of damage. Now, I'm not saying these are like the holy grail or anything. No, I'm not, because, really, it has that much. It's less than a machine gun. But these are good for doing this. Hold up. For doing that, defend the base on both sides. Anyone who gets close, flamed in the face. Now, mortars. Mortars are good if you can defend them well. And what you usually want to try to do is have a combination of cannons and sniper towers for your defense. That way you have some hard hitters that can deal with, stronger opponents, and some long-range shooters that can start the damage early. Then, once they get inside the fields of fire, your towers may, let me reiterate that, may combine their fire and focus on one person, therefore causing him to die faster. Now, I'm not saying that they will, but there's a chance that they might. So again, you'll want to utilize overlapping fields of fire to protect your mortars. Now, cannons. As you can see, I've arranged this cannon by himself. Why? Because cannons are good for if you're trying to hold down a certain area. Just throw a couple cannons in there and, let them work. Like this. Get over here, cannon. See, with this, cannons can hold both each other and the surrounding buildings with ease. They'll fire on the same targets and will defend each other to the very end. You want a good example of that? Go back to let's head back to this base over here. The cannons will all defend each other because of their massive fields of fire for a tower of their stature. Now, utilizing them is very simple. Really all you gotta do is keep them relatively defended and, well, you're good to go. Not much I can say about that. Now, boom cannons. What you want to do is place them where other towers can defend them. That is crucial. I'm not gonna really say how crucial because, if you just want to throw away your boom cannon that can literally one-shot almost anything, then by all means, go ahead. Throw it away. But, don't come crying to me when your base gets totally wrecked by 10 different people in less than, I don't know, an hour, because, you threw away your boom cannon. Because it was at the front. No, don't do that. Now, boom cannons should be used in conjunction with rocket launchers. That is crucial. Why? Because they both have long range. You want to protect that long range while making sure that they are very well defended. Now, if you have more than 3 machine guns, that will help. That will help a bunch. Why? Because you can do this with your machine guns. And then, just for laughs, if you have more than one cannon, which I do, throw them at the very backs to help guard that. Grab your sniper towers. Toss them any old place. And just for some finishing touches, because the back is, well, relatively exposed, just sort of create a minefield around the back. Then sort of wrap it around. No, I don't want that. And proceed to, arrange your buildings in locations that can offer not only a defense for your main base, but a cool design. Because everyone's not going to want to destroy a base that has a cool design. No, I'm kidding. I mean, if you have a bunch of statues and you arrange them in a cool pattern, then people might just leave your base alone because, oh my gosh, you have a statue collection. And voila, a new base. Meant to repel an enemy attack while still remaining fully functional. Now, I'm not saying you should do this base exactly because honestly it's a little weak in my opinion, but I'm not being paid for this. So, other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you found it useful and you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below. If you have any suggestions about future videos that I should probably do, or any future topics that I should do, leave a comment down below saying, hey, Moon, do this, do that. Hey, Will, do this, do that. And I will try to get around to you. Not saying that I will, but, I'm doing the best I can. So, hope y'all enjoy this, and have a nice day, everyone. Keep booming that beach.